Okay. All right. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the streams. Or stream. Probably not going to be having a whole lot of time the next couple days because it's almost Christmas. So happy, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Hope you have a good time at least. But today we're going to be focusing on the newly dropped raids in Final Fantasy XIV. Good old Pandemonium, as they're called. Well, minus the good old part, but I did a little bit of grinding off stream to just get to the right item level amount because I was literally like 5 levels away with all the gear that I had, and it was a pain to get the rest I needed. Like I'm literally minimum my item level. But you're probably wondering what the fuck's going on. Why are we just chilling out in the fucking house in good old Charlian? Well, that's because I got a little surprise for you. Draw me like one of your Laminston girls. Yep, I decided to Fantasia into a male Vieira. I haven't had the chance to change the name yet, but this is Damien Selfrost. He's basically a Charlian scholar that was just chilling out in Charlian, and after the events of Endwalker, he just decided, I should probably go chronicle the adventures of the Warrior of Light. And yeah, so he did. Not sure how. Excuse me. Not sure how I'm gonna tie him into the story from now on, considering as far as I know, we're going back to Elpis in this raid series. But fuck it, you probably find a way somehow. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. But yeah. Let's go do it. Oh, actually, let's probably check on my retainers. I can't wait for her to get to level 70 so I can change him to Reaper. Oh yeah, since we're here, I might as well actually go over this real quick. Since the last few streams, I managed to get my Dragoon up to level 80. Or level 90, sorry. Might as well go ahead and update the gear a bit. There we go. Dragoon being my first ever class, I thought I might as well go ahead and level that up as well. But I've also been playing a lot of Sage, and it's at level 83, and I'm really liking how it plays. Definitely my new favorite healer. But sadly, I only have Dragoon and Reaper up to 90, so unfortunately I'm going to be DPSing in these raids. Starting of the quest is right here, as you can see with the abundance of people here. The Crystal from Beyond. It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot I would encounter none other than Sai, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain I was of my math that I stood here for... Well, let's not concern ourselves with that. I'm Nemjudy, assistant to one Professor Caldine. We worked together. We worked with the Etioscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. The strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. You've been in the center of the star and beyond it, however, so we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you lend us your well-trained eye at the Adaptorium. Professor Caldine will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. Alright, let's go. There's so many people here. Greetings, Sai, and I welcome you to my humble laboratory. I'm certain MGD has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I'm called Caldian, leader of the Zilla Research Collective. I must admit, I have been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemeji set out to find you. For researchers in my field, there is no greater honor than to meet the first man in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. The professor speaks often and at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single man, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from him, and perhaps crack this conundrum so that has stumped the three of us for moons. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea of the Anti-Tower in the Dravanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fate that would befall the star, the final days. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through the isoscope, we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as the device is, however, it can make glimpse of but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly, as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude, and its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. The crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus we decided to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets. And now we would have you see for yourself. Here is the crystal in question. If it resembles all you've encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. What? It's one of the convocations crystals. What the fuck? Memory abides within this crystal. As I thought, you do know what it is. Please, tell me everything. I see. The Ascians use these to transfer their memories into new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from from master to student. A comparison between such artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step into unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Ascian memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystal in Zai's story, this one does not bear the mark of the convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More important still, why was it set adrift on the ethereal sea? Yeah, excuse me. I'm speaking way too fast because I'm so fucking excited. Sir? Professor! Professor! Claudian! Hmm? Yes? I'm well aware that contemplation is a key to a breakthrough, but there's propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? What? Yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry. I do so easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up the crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Sure. If anyone, message, come, pandemonium, please. Face, grave threat, star, in danger. Well, that's fucking ominous. That expression does not bode well. What did you see? Not so much see, more heard. A voice. Pandemonium. It's not a word I have heard before. If my knowledge of the ancient tongue serves me, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. MTG, Rusano, I entrust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Sai, there's a person I would have you seek. The one who was delivered so the one who has delivered so dire a warning. The sword tells us that this crystal could very well have been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip into the past, to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been subject to much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past, find out what and where Pandemonium is, and if we need to be concerned by this message. You got it. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep the crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories, and more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels, and maybe we meet again soon to share our findings. Interesting. Now we're going to the ocular first? Why? Why not just go straight to Elpis? Good lord. Also, I want to point out that weird letter in the middle of Pandemonium. I don't know if I can really visualize it. I'll probably point it out when we see it again. Ah, Jesus. Back to the past. podcast once again. Oh. If receive this message. Come, Pandemonium, quickly. Yeah, the one right after the D. That's a letter A. A in the Danish alphabet. Like, that's an actual letter that I'm quite familiar with. Oh. Did I just get clonked on the head? Ow. What the fuck happened? Oh, fuck. Where the fuck am I? Ugh. Oh, shit. Who is that? Could it be? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment, I thought you could be a dear friend of mine. I realize now that such a notion is preposterous. He reminds me a lot of Vana. He told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. Truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. Uh, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking to? Themis. Themis? Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I'm not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I come here on an assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain you do not belong here. Or any place that I know, for that matter. Uh, I'm Asim's familiar. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at his disposal. Huh? If you're here at Asim's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You're here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? Uh, if so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? He's really short. Like, my new character is a lot shorter than my old one, and she was really tall. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. God, my character, he's so fucking pretty. Fascinating. While I cannot say much for what it contains, it is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. The facility extends beneath Elpis, and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. Oh shit! It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects, and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it's strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Are we gonna meet La Habrea? Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. That doesn't sound good. I'm here as a representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Now that there's some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? Sure, shoot. I heard direct hit rate is currently the best at the moment, so I might as well go for one of those. First of all, this guy still has both eyes, so I might as well. Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect that the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit. Besides, I should have no trouble gaining us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I've been waiting for so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. He had also noticed the anomaly near Pandemonium, so it only seemed natural that we should investigate it together. However, he eventually decided that it would be unwise for us both to go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about in restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but he left me with these words. Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you. While I could not comprehend his meaning at the time, I believe I now understand. He does have a way of being right about these things. Even so, his hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my gaze to the heavens. Suffice it to say that I'm grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the words of La Habrea for entry into Pandemonium. The audio speaker waiting at Anagnorisis. Look at him. Oh my god! It's Brunette Hermes! Wait, hang on. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the convocation request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandemonium. I shall register your ether for the records. From this point on, you may freely come and go for Pandemonium as you please. Well, that was easy. Now, that was a painless process. I take this as a sign we were meant to conduct our investigation together. Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warden's instructions at all times. Those who conduct their work within Pandemonium are called warders. For their role with respect to the creatures within. Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the wards of La Habrea have deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, interning them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandemonium not merely researchers, they must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles. For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandemonium is a frightful place. I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with utmost haste. Masalaha Brea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there. And I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late. The warders have reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations of ether have been observed, but surely Masalaha Brea would have acted if they were anything worth worrying about. You see, it appears La Brea has kept well abreast of the goings-on here, then. I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries for asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Brea. Do you know of him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. You're no mere familiar, are you? Master La Brea is not known for being generous with his time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he's of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work. And with that, we are free to make our way to Pandemonium. The news that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Leith. Let us delay no further. Oh, God damn it. Oh yeah, fun fact. While I was grinding for tomestones to get the gear, just to get enough gear to level up to do this stuff, I actually went through the last main story dungeon, the dead ends, and the fucking like Meteon bird drop, but I didn't get it, and I'm so fucking mad. Like I need to get that bird. I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you too have met La Habrea in the flesh? I find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We'd come to know each other in time, I'd wager. Or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? Of course. Whoa, okay. It is as much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularity was not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Alas, 'twas a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Jeez. Feels kind of fitting that I'm playing as a Reaper now. I feel right at home. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone, or something, is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there's no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatsoever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to restore its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protection will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Aw. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it, but let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceful solution, then I hope I can rely on your strength to see us through. This quest doesn't come as a surprise, to be honest. This fucking face. At least you received it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Like what? Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had in mind to use your aether as a basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Oh, so all the other players are basically just illusions. Gotcha. Oh, he's actually just creating the other players. That's interesting. So shall it be? Now, what I wonder awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls. That is the question. Asphodelos, the first circle, now accessible. Huh. Surprised to see this is a solo instance. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Really? Well, I guess I can clear out my inventory in the meantime. I've been meaning to do that for a bit. Alright, level 60. I just remember I had like might have a bunch of like glamour items I haven't put in the what's it called? The glamour dressers. I might as well go ahead and do that while we're at it. Wait. Ah, right, these ones. This one looked nice too, didn't it? Yeah, it looked really good. I don't really need these because I don't really have like the strife gloves that kind of just look similar. I just sworn I had something else. Can't remember though. Oh, that one's already in. Nope. Oh yeah, it does warn me if I already have one. Good. Good to know. Yeah, I think that was it. Oh! Well, I'm not gonna complain! Guess I can... Oh, no, okay, never mind. Alright, here we go. Oh. Who is this? I'll save them! I must! What the fuck? It appears this is to be one of the waters we seek, but I'm afraid he's no stage to answer. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, that is cool! Eric Thonius. Eric Thonius. This works. Ow. Hey, no, don't drag it into people, Jesus. Oh, crap. What the hell? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, we have to alter between them? Ow. What now? Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Oh. Oh, the effect around him, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Ah! Oh, Jesus! I did not realize that was a knockback. Oh, Jesus. I was worried I was going to be on the wrong side. Ah, damn it, I was a bit too slow on that. Wait, what the fuck is that? Crap! Ah! I'm fine. fine here. Nope, never mind. Ow! That was a tank buster, I think. Nope, never mind. Actually, wait, I can just stay over here. Maybe not. Too afraid to use LB3 right now in case we need it. Everyone's alive at least now. Oh, look out! Gotta push you back! No. Goodbye, buddy. Okay. Made that mistake once, not doing it again. Comes the other way, another raid Y. Jesus! Even with borrowed time, that did half my health. What the fuck? There we go. Alright, that was a pretty good fight. Not too easy, but not too complicated either. I liked it. Nice. All right. I'll go to the healers because they rest a lot of us. I can only get one piece here at the start, so yeah. Okay. That was a thrilling display. And if I may be so vaunting, the warriors who spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He bears the robes of water, and it will be very curious to know what drove him to attack us, a sight unseen. Sigh, he stirs. I don't know, should I just, like, change Zai to Damien, considering this is a new character for me? Yeah, I'm gonna try to change to Damien whenever I see it. What? What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation. Anger. I leapt at you, though I knew not of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies, and my thanks. Had you not knocked me some sense into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. Don't sweat it. I'm Erithonius, a warder of Asphodelis, Pandemonium's highest layer, in the place we're in now. One must wonder why you're so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelis have been set free, and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a keyboard ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Tries might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury, then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separate from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Well, so those on the outside are basically completely ignorant to what's going on here. Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual, or individuals, that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word that what has transpired here What measures will they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world must be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, there were creatures to escape. Were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The worlds of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't ex- if we can't expect further help, then it must fall upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone. I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures returned to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same, Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Erithonius, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Unless you got Dynamis. That being said, our investigations has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we made an exhaustive survey. So for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. Man, this lighting is not fitting. This is not flattering for my new character. I knew you'll be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell into the sky has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way towards encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So, you agree to help? For the moment, our goals align. The protective magic of Pandemonium yet holds, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course that you and Damien have set upon. Themis and Damien, yes? Thank you. The Waters owe you a great debt already. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. Alright. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor water has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the waters and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study to go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Bitch. Ah, so you've met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility, that is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of the chief keyword. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. 'Twas she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a chief keyword before La Habrea. Your motivation to say your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words. Then, you wish to also preserve the work of your mentor. You have the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder and cannot wield internment magics. Huh? Ah, of course. I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Internment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use the interment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed. While the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. No. 1 second. Fucking bots. Where was I? The illusory beings suggested as much. I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocations interact with the natural laws that was needed to be cast set spells with any consistency. Excuse me. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised. It would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of internment and its inner workings, perhaps. Leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. I dare say we can do just that. Ericthonius, you implied that what prevented you from performing internment was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I've never heard such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep, and would have to start over. Needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their motions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Very well. Let's work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of these gated creatures. Though I suppose there is the matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Damien could dispatch on his own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within the Acidelas are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage the beasts without fear of unwanted guests. Then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the internment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. Leave it to me. Excuse me. As dependable as ever. Once you've given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocamps with the keyword's magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic warps the environment around it, and it would be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. The second circle is now accessible. What does it look like? Eh. Did I forget to equip that on my bard? No, it's just too low level, okay. Of course not. Yeah, I was leveling in a low level. I was leveling bard the other day, hence why I have a bunch of just crap gear in my inventory. I just haven't cleaned out my inventory since I did that. That can be desensitized, and I don't like the look of it. So. Oh, now I remember. I bought that and I forgot to put it in. Okay. Yeah, I just really liked how this piece looked. I kind of wanted to use it for one of my mage glamours. Not sure which one yet. I don't use this anymore. Did have that one in the dresser, right? Yeah, okay, I'm just making sure. Let us fucking go, mate. I just teleported straight in here. Okay. Is its spine exposed? Oh, that looks freaky. Oh, I don't like that. What the hell? Oops, no. That one. Surprisingly balanced comp, I gotta say. One. Oh, this one doesn't have positionals. Interesting. What the hell? Okay. That is weird. Well, whatever I did, it wasn't right. I don't trust the head. Knew it! Oh no. I hit the wrong button! God, I put that up. Oh! Okay, so the red one is like a like the entire side, but the yellow one is just like a line. Okay. Ooh. And come here. Nino? Got another one. Jesus, that does so much damage. Side. Oh no. Oh boy, here comes another one. Ow. Nice. Like this. Okay, maybe I don't have quite figured out. I was too slow, damn it. Okay, now the heroes rest at least. Oh! Never mind. Oh god! Kill it, 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 please! Oh no. There we go. Second try. Well, that works. Can I? Ah. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection. In no small part thanks to you two. Nemesis' power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper Magus. Truly? Have you seen your abilities firsthand? Having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight against Damien, I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception, and it's only because I have been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other matches leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side. To guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. While our success in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other waters concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what waters he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Of course. A man named Hes... Hesperos. A man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have the thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to ensure that I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interments, can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I am certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sand instead of over the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable and caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has like as not taken your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee to Abyssus if hard pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, we shall we shall yeah, we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down Abyssus. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed to the central corridor, which was barred by Phoenix. Last I checked. Phoenix. I've heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. What, like Louisoix? Beyond the unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Brea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Aye. Far from invoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, with his own to burn the world to ash. Thus it was confined within Pandemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moon's turn, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Brea and his words. When I received word that one of the last La Brea had succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The researchers of the words of La Brea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Asphodelos' most unruly subject to heel. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Yeah, fist pump. Oh shit. What? Dracula? What? Nani? Nani? What? It seems whoever's behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those creation matches work, then that means... Let's confront that reality when we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Every type of focus will be required if we are to inter the Phoenix. As for Delos, the third circle, now accessible. Halfway there. Don't need these. Or these. Or this one. I'm gonna have to clean out my main inventory again soon. I'll do that off stream though. So many rings. I'm really glad they increased the number we can carry. Same with weapons. Same with weapons for that matter. Here we fucking go. Oh, that is not the Phoenix I'm familiar. What the fuck? Ghidorah? It's the fucking King Ghidorah. Don't touch it. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Oh. Oh my god. Alright. Come on. There we go. Someone just wanted to check out if they actually died from it. Alright. Ah, thank you. Ow. Oops. Oh, come on! There's gotta be some kind of tell. Oh my god! Oh, what now? Oh, I think this is important we kill these things. Oh my god! Oh, healer's down. Yeah, nobody can rest. Ah, fuck! Okay, so the circle of fireballs means that. Good to know. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not! Oh my god! I'm gonna save this one. Yeah, they are too far away from each other. Oh, wait a minute! Ooh, that was risky. Hey! Now do I have to stay in it or outside it? Outside it, left? Yeah, okay, this one's fine. What is that now? Back here. Ow. Oh no! Ow! Ah, fuck, that was risky. Yes! Ah, damn. Okay, we missed one, but it's fine. Still alive. See? Everything's fine. Everything is A-okay. Uh-oh. Heal me, 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 heal me! Okay. Outer. Oh, come on. Son of a... Right, and keep distance. There we go! Okay, that was a bit of a weird fight, but not bad. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Oh, the person who gave us a tip on how to deal with the fire left, so I'm gonna give it to the dancer instead. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there's yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Unfortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. Even so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is more of a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. I had hoped our suspicions were replaced, but alas. Oh my god, he really does look like fucking Dracula from Castlevania. He's even got the fucking colors! Keyword Hesperos, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium? Pandemonium. Pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Eric Thaddeus, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Masala Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you. You too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was all that farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be the son of Masala Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Oh shit. Does it mean that literally or figuratively? Like the sun part. But of course, it's always about Labri. Silence! You are not to utter his name. For once be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I slipped the surly bonds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations, and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. As a Hemitheus, I shall serve Masala Habrea, ever faithful unto the end of days. Ah, shit. And ye shall require no other. I think not! Oh shit, what? Are you so blinded by arrogance that you would have lost sight of what it means to serve? Eric Thaddeus is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instructions that I was able to master the art of interment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Damien, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, it is plain to see his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master interment so quickly. To say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength in calming the beast of Asphodelos, I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Eric Thaddeus. Even dullards have their uses. Well then. My dark suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eric Thaddeus worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be the death knell for his resolve. Oh, good lord! But as I am loath to disturb Erithanius so soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events, concerning both the keyword and his father. The creation of the ward which surrounds Pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess. A feat accomplished by none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing that we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I am La Habrea's son. Bereft of his talent for magic or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long, it has to indicate that some long-held connection with La Habrea. It was La Habrea that taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of La Habrea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher here. You did speak of Athena, chief keyword before La Habrea. She is your mother, yes? How astute. I can see why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You're right. You have the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. La Habrea had nothing to do with it. I see there's little love lost between the two of you. What I cannot see is why La Habrea was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities, with nary a moment to spare to mourn her. What love do I owe him now when he offered none on one drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She is no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of a life. I know only the public fate of La Habrea. While he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that he oft he comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all, namely how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other waters. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he's aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. Kick his ass. Excuse me. He said he has become one with the creations. Perhaps he means he is vulnerable to interment. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him, after all he's done? I need to know why. I I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it truly so that he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea is a chief keyword of Pandemonium. How would throwing it into a disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters? Or would it be too dangerous to allow him to quarter? I want answers too. Daring as ever, I see. I know not which trials you have faced in your past, but I see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well, let us try Ericthonius' plan. Thank you, Damien. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Espero spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of the Ricolacus, a beast which feeds off the ether of its prey. Likely that is the creation of Hesperos merged his essence with. So it is a vampire! He is Dracula! And we know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. The battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Asphodelos, the fourth circle, now accessible. And I believe that's going to be the last one for this patch, as far as I know. This is actually the first time I'm actually like up to date with completely new content, so yeah, this is the first. Alright, where was I? I was looking at rings or necklaces? Necklaces, that's right. No. Oh, that was quick. Oh. Oh, what's with its music? Holy shit! what the hell? Ah! What? What happened? Oh, okay, we gotta hop in the hole to dodge it. Nope, that wasn't it. Yep, that was definitely it. Ah! Bitch. Oh no! Oh! Ah, damn. Oh, what does the green one do? Oh, it's just, wait, are those... Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ. Harvest Moon! Bam. Okay, here comes the water one. Okay, so arm's length does still work. I just mistimed it last time. Water! Okay. Ugh. Oh, that was close. Oh, what now? Ah! What? Okay, what's a... Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I think it's a wipe. No, I guess the cloth doesn't do damage by itself? Alright, fourth time's a charm? Fifth? I don't know. lightning one. It was a water one! Now it's the lightning one. Move, 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 move! Oh no. I'll get this one then. Ah, damn. Oh, that's a big push! Jesus! Oh, now what? Someone pop mine. Thank you. Huh. Okay, the cloth just doesn't do any damage. Interesting. It looked like it would, but I guess not. Oh, rewind. Water! Okay, what's a fire one then? Stack marker. Phew. Good lord. Oh, sword. Thank you, healer. there's another one. Oh crap! All the DPS are on one side! Fuck! Ugh. I'm taking the full brunt of this one. Again with this shit. Stack marker. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Oh my god, red bait! Oh my god, red mage! I fucking love red mages! They just saved this run. Oh, thank you. Alright. Oh no, wrong button! Fuck! Maybe I should move those buttons away from each other. Eat shit and die, you pale motherfucker! Yes! That was really stressful. Where's the red mage? There he is. Oh, there's a minion. Oh. I wonder, can you actually I just need to experiment. Oh, it's One drop per fucking duty. Fuck. Okay, I guess I missed one then. Now, Themis, we end this here. Fools. I will not be put in chains. You think that I would fall before one such as you? Perhaps I have treated you more. Perhaps I should have treated you more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation. The secrets of my deception. They shall return to the star with me. You're wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, yes. My repertoire is not yet exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. What the fuck? I remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. What the fuck? How did your ambition lead you so astray as Hesperos? You were better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandemonium. You had La Habrea's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would have liked to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous of the fate that had chosen you, and not him, to be La Habrea's son. So terrible did this jealousy become that he sought verboten power. Power that La Habrea would be unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? I've never heard of such a thing. It happens, but that doesn't mean it's right. I see. I admit I cannot find it vexing, but perhaps it signifies naught but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you through. How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming intentions for the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other wardens and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? What? What is this presence? Erechthonius, what lies beyond that threshold? That's a passage that connects Asphodelos with Abyssus. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense the disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssus. Abyssus? Abyssos? What the fuck? A warding sigil? How? Let's return to the gates for now. I would like to apprise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Although we've defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. My head is swimming with questions. But could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It's a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that this same magic could have been poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power that he could not refuse. Wait, are you suggesting that someone turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed. For our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for these experiments. For more potential hemithioi. Hemithioi? If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues are doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Do not lose heart, Erechthonius. Hesperos challenges us alone, and that tells us the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Hermithios, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield terminate magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that! Then nothing's stopping us from returning order to Asphodelos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Do you mean to send a report to La Habrea? 'Tis too soon to say. Let us first find our way into Abyssos. It would be our first... It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then and I'm not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Ericthonius and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing your protection for so long as we remain here in Asphodelis. You should take the time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there must be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown that he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've decided so far has been thanks to you two, and I need to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense. You owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magic which governed this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus' assault. Each of us arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandemonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperos' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we will reach the end. I have no doubt that we will. Even so, let us allow Damien his rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress, yes? I dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined. I suppose so. Back to the present! Welcome, Damien. Back from the past, none the worse for wear, I see. So, what did you find? Well, basically, underneath Elpis, there's this realm of demonic bullshit, and then I kicked a vampire's ass, and now we're just waiting for the war to disappear. So there's evil afoot in Pandemonium, an already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing waters. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears that the voice Damien heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As to who has left it behind, and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed. It could be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery, with the help of Damien, of course. By his action was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns to the same present he left. Which can only mean one thing: this intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. There's no telling what consequences will arise if we stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would have leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. The first final days had a drastic effect on the aeons that followed. If the scars it left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I've asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Do you even need to ask? Your tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there's all we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, you return the crystal into our keeping. While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. Yeah, sure, whatever. Ah, it shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time. And as matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask that you rest. But before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into its critical stage, I find it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Who? Milanie is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your adventurers, bring it here and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras, and will give you goods in return that should aid in you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of events you have reported here, Nemgigi will be taking the faithful and thorough notes. She's at your complete disposal. I sense we've embarked upon something monumental. Something that will dwarf all else I've accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor nor reassurance than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're basically done for, That is an interesting headpiece. Not sure I like it. What about the rest of the set? The Limbo set. Ooh, very Greek. But the fact that it's not colorable is kind of killing it for me. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, that... I think that will work really well as Paladin glamour. Okay, that's just reskin. I like the top with the exposed shoulders. That looks pretty neat. And And is the mage one just a reskin? Yeah, looks like it. Eh. Alright, wait, what is that? Optimus Omnicron. Okay, that's great. That's fucking great. Alright. But I think that's gonna be it for today. Since I don't really think there's gonna be a whole lot else that'll be of interest, because I'm just gonna be grinding all jobs and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for coming, and tune in next time when we continue Pandemonium, or whatever new content Square Enix decides to drop on us. So yeah, see you guys then.